Believe it or not, the Bears did lose. They did blow it, and we're going to talk about it. Sports Talk Chicago, here with Jon Zaghloul, John Meadows directing and producing. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button on this video. Hang out with us here on Sports Talk Chicago and support our great affiliates right near the top of our screen, WKAN 105.5 The Ticket, WJOB, JED-TV, ACTV, and Cities 92.9 Talk FM. You can follow us all over at Sports Talk Chicago on social. And the Bears, after leading by 2 possessions, fall today 20-17 to Cleveland and blow what was a 10-point lead. So many different directions I want to go in. So many different things I want to discuss. Justin Fields did not help the Bears win today. First of all, and this is not only on him, people are going to freak out. You know what? I'm kind of sick of people defending him to a fault. You know, the fact is he did not have a good game today. He had a couple of drops there in the fourth quarter from a couple of key wide receivers, including Darnell Mooney late. Justin Fields overall, though, had a tough game. The Bears' defense was the reason they stayed in this game throughout. The Bears' defense was the only reason that the Bears were even in it down to the final seconds. They forced Joe Flacco to throw 3 picks, returned one of them back for a touchdown, one of the only reasons the Bears scored today, but they still fell short in the end. The defense just could not keep up their intensity down the road, especially late in the fourth quarter. But I don't even blame them. Unpopular, I don't blame them. Let me paint a picture for you here. The defense succeeded for 3.5 quarters in this game. They were dominant. They were great. They were asked to not only stop the Browns from scoring at all against a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco, but then they were told, oh, by the way, you need to be our offense too. You need to score a touchdown like they did. You need to set up good field position and force turnovers like they did. And the Bears just did not do anything offensively to help themselves out. This is a loss that is put on the offense. Luke Getsy, Justin Fields, Bears receivers. Stevenson bailed out the Bears and bailed out Taylor too when he muffed the football and muffed the punt. We knew this was going to be a defensive struggle. We knew that this was not going to be a big offensive game. Our prediction was almost right on. We said Bears would lose 17-14. I know that. The fact is, though, the offense did nothing to help themselves today. So when you hear people complain, or when you hear people, I should say, otherwise, defend Justin Fields to a fault, right? Or defend this offense to a fault, or defend this coaching staff to a fault. Let me go there first, too. I want to say this. You know, I have seen a lot of sentiment this week in terms of maybe the Bears should keep Matt Eberflus. I got a message the other night saying, John, are we going to have to eat crow on Matt Eberflus? No, we won't. He should not be the head coach of this team, and this showed it again. This showed why. This showed why Matt Eberflus is not the guy. This showed why Luke Getsy's not the guy. This kind of showed why, but continued to show why Justin Fields is not the guy. And last time I heard, the Bears were going to use these last 5, 6, 7 games, whatever the number they want to make up, saying that they're going to be evaluating everybody and everything. Okay? This sort of a loss does not show progress to me at all, and it doesn't show that things are moving in the right direction. They reverted to their old ways. They reverted to blowing games. They reverted to the Lions and Bronco-type blown games. They were up by 10. They were in control, and we all knew that the Bears were up by 10, but we knew deep down they were going to lose this game, right? We knew they were up by 10. We knew something catastrophic was going to happen that would cause them to lose this game. We know that. We all know that. We're not stupid. You know, we're not stupid. We knew that was going to happen. So I ask all of you out there, because I hear a lot of people in the media, defend Matt Eberflus, defend Luke Getsy, even defend Justin Fields, right? We hear about that all week. We heard about it this week, and I'm not kidding. I read a report on this on Wednesday night on our show. Oh, Matt Eberflus might stay now. Give me a freaking break. Have you seen improvement? I thought the gauge was improvement, not how I feel. The facts are this. Feelings don't matter. Here are the facts. Matt Eberflus is one of the worst head coaches in Bears history. Not a lie. Justin Fields has one of the worst records as a quarterback in Bears history. Not a lie. Luke Getsy is a moron offensively. Not a lie. For all of those reasons, they're going to lose. Because I'll tell you what, when your defense forces 3 turnovers, 3 picks, and you lose, that's not necessarily a defensive problem. I know they blew it near the end, and I know for 3.5 quarters they were elite. The last half of the fourth quarter was bad, right? But when you force 3 picks, you should not be losing a football game. This is solely on the offense at large. Solely. Let me ask you this, too, because I love to bring this up all the time. Okay? Talk about Justin Fields' stats and how he did. Do you think 19 of 40 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks is going to get it done? Anybody? Does anybody think that he's going to get that done? Or that that's a franchise quarterback, right? That's a guy that's going to win you championships, right? Because that's the gauge that the Bears are looking at in terms of keeping him. That was reported last week, reported throughout this week too. The gauge is, okay, is this a guy who's going to win his championships? I'll tell you what, in your third year, 19 of 40 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks, that's not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. So for everybody, especially, and I don't want to make it personal, but a lot of people came after our videos this week too, and were really going after me. I got to tell you, what are you talking about? Watch the damn games. We watch them every week. Watch the damn games. Stop being a fanalist and watch the games. Everybody who supports Fields is quiet now because there's nothing you could do to defend this game, right? I'm just saying there's nothing you could do. You could say the drops in the fourth quarter, totally not his fault. He made some great throws to Tyler Scott, made some great throws downfield. To Darnell Mooney, that should have been a touchdown. Really, actually, that was a good throw. But it shouldn't have to come to, I got to make a Hail Mary pass with 1 second left to win the game. Fields throughout did not do well. And when we talk about progress, being a leader, being a quarterback that leads and wins you championships, I'm sorry, Justin Fields is not that guy. They pulled 9 out of 10 executives. They pulled 10 anonymous executives in the NFL. 9 out of 10 said they would draft Caleb Williams or draft Drake May and get rid of Justin Fields. Okay? So although the fans have a certain opinion, the facts, the professionals know what to do. And they know how this is looking. I'm not an expert, but I could tell you this. Justin Fields is a nice kid. Could run the football. Great. He can't pass. He can't pass. And he can't lead a team in crunch time. He's a decent game manager, but even that at times is suspect. Even that at times is suspect. Even at times, his game management abilities do fall short. When your defense forces 3 picks, there is not one excuse for why you should lose the game. Not one. You can't make one excuse. You can't. I don't care what anybody says. You can be a Justin Fields lover to the day you die. You cannot support or cannot justify, you know what? It's okay, whatever. You force 3 picks defensively. How does your offense not pick up the slack and win you a game? And that's why the Bears lost. The Bears told their defense, force turnovers, which they did, score points for us, which they did, and they still lost. Of course they lost. Their defense was asked to do everything. Their offense did nothing today. No wonder why they lost the game. And this, for some people, is still not really clicking. The defense did it all today. Everything. They scored a pick 6. They set up another touchdown after a big interception. They forced Joe Flacco to throw 3 picks. How, as an offense, do you not take advantage consistently? And then, as the offense, when you just have the football from the 25, how are you not scoring anything, right? How are you not leading drives downfield and doing something when you have the football? There's no other way to spin this. Everyone's going to spin it a certain way. Everybody, all the Fields fans are going to spin it a certain way. I'm just being real here. You cannot make a justification to be on this one. You can't. Sorry, you can't. Can't do it. Everybody's going to be going crazy. Everybody's going to be defending Fields, probably still this week. Maybe, where are all the Matt Eberflus fluff pieces too? Are those going to go away now? Yeah, they probably should. And here's what I ask all of you to do, because I do this all the time. Go and look up Matt Eberflus fluff pieces from 2 days ago. I dare you. And then read them now after this game. You're going to be like, what the hell are they writing? And that's because there's an agenda. The Bears want Eberflus, or whatever the case is. And the fact is, Matt Eberflus is not a competent enough head coach. Luke Getsy should be going no matter what. I think he will be, too. I really do. Justin Fields, sorry. We're supposed to see improvement. We're supposed to see progress. And he's made progress the past 2 weeks. But today, right back to square one. It's his 3rd year. I think we've seen enough. And I'd be willing to give Justin 1 more year if the Bears didn't have the number 1 overall pick, but they do. So let's cut the crap and be honest with ourselves. Can I say one more thing, too? In the fourth quarter, Fields barely passed. Remember when the Bears had the ball with about 11 minutes left and they had the offensive possession? They kept running and running. Fields kept running. Why did they not trust him to pass and score another touchdown and make this game out of reach? Why do they keep running the football? Ask yourself that question. Why did they continue to run? Now, you could say Luke Getsey's a dumb play caller, but I tell you what, they also didn't trust him either. They also didn't trust him to do everything. They didn't trust him to be a passer. They didn't trust him to lead this team and be a legitimate leader to lead them downfield and score. They decided to concede and run the ball. You got to think about that stuff. When we talk about, Fields should stay, why should he stay? For what? Because he makes an explosive play here and there? I love the explosive plays. I really do. I thought the one he made today was amazing. But what else did he do? Nothing. And I know no quarterback's going to have a perfect game. I know that. No one's going to be perfect. But there was nothing from him besides that big play. Passing the football, he was mediocre. And that's fair to say. He was 19 of 40 for 166 yards. No wonder why they lost. So, anyway, everybody wants to, everybody wants to say something. Everybody wants to defend this team to a fault, especially Eberflus, especially Fields, especially, not really as much, but Getsey. This team does need to be blown up. This team does need to be blown up. And you're going to see fluff pieces again, maybe not, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, you go look at those pieces now, read them with this context, you'll be like, what the hell are they writing, right? Matt Eberflus is not the coach of this team for the future, and he proved it here. They touted this fact on the broadcast today. So I didn't say anything because I wanted to wait and see how the game played out, but I'm going to say it now. They touted the fact that he won 2 games for the first time ever in his career. 2 games in a row, sorry. What are we doing here? Okay, Matt Eberflus is the worst coach in Bears history by winning percentage. Are we really sitting here celebrating a 2-game winning streak, if you even want to call it that? I mean, how low are we going to set the bar? Now the Bears are 5-9, so they're going to be under 500. They might beat the Cardinals, and, Justin did great, so that means we keep him. No, you look at this game late in the season to help your determination and evaluation for everybody. Fields, Eberflus, Getsey. This game was late. This game was against a halfway decent team. And this game ended the way it did, despite the fact that they were up by 10. This is a game you look at and say, I watched this game. It was late in the year. The improvement already occurred. What happened? Well, Matt Eberflus screwed up. Luke Getsey screwed up. Justin Fields screwed up. This is the type of game that you use to evaluate this team. Don't go after the easy schedule late and say, you know what, we should keep them. Because they win 7 games, go 7-10, say, you know what, I love this team. They did good down the stretch. No, a game and a loss like this in crunch time is the reason why you get rid of people. It's the reason why you cut ties with someone like Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields. So that's the situation, and that's the deal. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. We had a lot of people come and join us, so thank you for that, sincerely. I enjoyed it. It was a heck of a game, win or loss anyway. It was certainly entertaining. Big thank you to John Meadows, directing and producing and running graphics. He did a great job. Follow us all over at Sports Talk Chicago. And join us Wednesday night for a live stream. We got a former NFL GM coming on. Yep, former NFL GM coming on Wednesday night to discuss the Fields and Bears situation. What does he think? If he were the Bears GM, what would he do with Justin Fields and Matt Eberflus? We'll discuss all that on Wednesday night. Till next time, so long, everybody.